Hey, welcome. I'm Nanette Brown, and welcome to Conversations with Gen Z. Today, I have a very special guest. Her name is KYRA Brown, and she happens to be my daughter. I remember a long time ago, you kind of shared a story in youth group about social media and its impact on you. I want to ask you about that. If you can share with our audience your take on social media. Where are you at with
a
that?
long time ago. I think
Tell us that story.
the story you're referring to is when I think I was around 12, 13.
About 13.
Really? Yeah, I was 13.
You used to follow Harper, or what's her name?
Her name was Piper, Mom.
Piper.
And
okay.
that's your story for me. That's not mine. Like when you say exact like her.
Okay.
Anyways, I used to have TikTok when I got a phone when I was 13, and I think I tried to get into like different social medias, and especially TikTok because at the time I think it was starting to get really big. But I had TikTok, usual thing. I followed people, and I'll be on it every day, and so I think I noticed that my self-confidence just started going down the drain. Like, it was bad. Like, I was like, I feel like I need to get nose surgery. I would try to figure out how to contour my nose. I would try to make myself look better because I was comparing myself constantly, like every day, to these TikTok people, these stars, and I'm just like, I just feel horrible about myself. And I was 13. It was really sad. And I remember, I think I told you, I was like, I'm going to delete TikTok, right?
What happened was, I actually remember KYRA started acting differently. And then, and then periodically I do like social media checks.
Yes.
I look at the history of my kids' their watch history. And I was looking at her watch history, and I just noticed things. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like horrible bad, but it was just like, I'm not feeling good about this. So I had told KYRA,
I need to take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a break from social media, and I'm going to take your phone, and we're just going to kind of detox for a little while. You'll get your phone back. Don't worry. I don't know when, but you're going to get it back. We're going to just take a break right now. And so do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
How did you feel about that?
I mean, I was fine. I guess maybe I was a little mad at the time, but I can't remember that clearly. But I remember she checked, and then she's like, I need you to take a break from this for a while. And so I took a break for how long?
It was about almost a month. It was like
Really?
3.5 weeks. Yeah, it was about 3.5 weeks.
Oh, wow. I took a
little
break.
over 21 days.
Okay.
22 days.
So then I took a break, and then my brother came over, my older brother, and he had TikTok on his phone, so I was like, let me check up with these people, I follow. And I was scrolling on his For You page, and then this girl was like, I don't know if it's just me. Something like this is what she said, something like this. I don't know if it's just me, but scrolling on TikTok makes you feel like total crap. I don't like myself. Like, I have no self-confidence. And she was just crying in the video, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, that's how I felt when I was on TikTok, and I was just so thrown aback because I was looking at the comments, were like, say, me too. I just feel horrible. I don't know, every day. And I was like, wow. Like, and so I remember when my mom said, oh, she gave my phone back. She's like, oh, you can get TikTok again. And I was like, no, I'm not going back on it. Like, I'm not doing this to myself. Like, I'm feeling better. I don't want to go back to the way that I was feeling. And so, how many years passed?
That's like
13, 14, 15.
4 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 4. And so, maybe like end of last year, I got Instagram, and I was like praying. I was like, Lord, because like I don't want to go back to that feeling that I had that many years ago. And so I got it. I'm trying to be very conservative about it. But I feel so much better about myself. I'm so glad that I took that time to take a break. And I can go on there. I'm not comparing myself like, oh, she's pretty. But I'm thankful of the way the Lord made me and stuff like that.
So what I noticed with KYRA, so she did not have any social media for 4 years. After that incident, she didn't have Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, anything, with the exception of, I would say, YouTube.
Yeah, I had YouTube.
But she didn't have any of the other popular social mediums. And people would always ask her, hey, what's your this? What's
Yeah, they're
your
like, hey,
that?
they're like, do you have Instagram? I was like, oh no. They're like, okay, well, it's good talking to you.
Yeah, or they would be, do you have TikTok? Or
Yeah.
why not? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. You should get it. You should get it. And I was like, oh no, I'm fine. For so many years.
for so
many
many
years.
years. And even till this day, do you have TikTok on your phone?
No.
She still
No.
doesn't have it. But what I noticed about that, I feel like it really, God used that time to build her up, and she does have discipline with her social media usage. I think Instagram's your only one right now, right? So Instagram's her main one. But I do feel like she's in a mature place. And what I appreciate about KYRA is she really followed the Holy Spirit. She didn't just do what everyone was doing. Even though most all of her friends had it, she knew that that was not for her. And when she did feel like, okay, I want social media, which was 4 years later, she really prayed about it and felt like the peace of the Lord saying, okay, yeah, you can get it. And now she has it, and she has a lot of self-control with that, which I really appreciate it.